morning, 21st February morning, somewhere around 9:03 a.m. and welcome to the first segment of my little reality TV show that's going to be put on YouTube and stuff like that. You know, I watch a lot of, not a lot of, but every once in a while I glance at the reality shows out there on television, and I'm amused by them. I don't take them very seriously, but I'm certainly amused by them. And there is something kind of fun about watching the backstage stuff of stars trying to make a comeback, or dealing with their careers, or dealing with their careers and their family, and yada yada yada. List goes on and on. And it is kind of cool, you know. I don't take it very seriously, but it's kind of fun. So why am I doing this? Because I want to. That's the only reason. Who's going to be interested in it? Damned if I know. Anyway, a bit about me before we get this little circus going. I'm 60 years old. I'm a musician, artist. I do digital marketing and all this kind of stuff, and I'm constantly trying to invent ways of making money and so forth, in what basically amounts to a really screwed up economy. Although opportunities are out there, they always are. So for me right now, I'm really involved in trying to launch a career in music. My goal is to get out on the road, make music, make videos, get to meet some people, play with a lot of really interesting musicians from all over the country, and obviously make money at it so that I don't have to go through the bullshit of applying for jobs that 9 times out of 10 I'm really not that interested in the first place. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. So that's about it. Well, not, is it really it? I don't know. I'll give you a little. Usually I start my morning on this porch. Just around me is my porch. My coffee, of course, and a little bit of Muji just to keep my mind straight. And I go about the business of the day and stuff like that. Right now I'm way involved in the pairing end of all this. In other words, I'm looking for financing and stuff like that. And so, you know, I'm really doing that almost every day. 6, 7, 8 hours a day or something like that. And still no paycheck. Still no paycheck. One of the challenges right now is I live in Biloxi, Mississippi, and without a car, so it's kind of difficult to get around and do gigs and stuff like that. So one of the things I'm working on is just raising enough money so that I can afford to go to New Orleans and Mobile and start jamming and stuff like that. I have 2 CDs I want to promote and stuff along those lines. You can get a bunch of that stuff on YouTube. You can see a lot of that there. Reverb Nation for downloads and things like that. Not very glamorous, is it? It's hardly what the television versions are, where you have these huge, expansive scenes of these great cities and stuff like that, and the young or old stars sometimes pulling up in their big cars, you know, and then getting out and then having conversations about mom, dad, sister, brother, uncle, and you know, whatever else it might be, you know, squabbling with their agents, squabbling with each other, or telling each other how much they love each other and stuff like that. And then going to the fashion designers and getting fashion, you know, costumes and, you know, pretty and stuff like that. And One minute they are incredibly excited about their careers, and the next minute they're saying, well, the hell with it, I don't want to do this anymore, I might as well just give it up. And then they're back next week doing the same thing. I think it's funny. You may not, I think it's funny. I'll be inserting some of my musical clips along the way and stuff I've done, things like that. And I'll be recording live shows as I can. And just sort of show you what it's like going through the paces of being basically an unknown entity in the industry, you know. Capitol Records isn't banging at my door, in other words. Not that I would probably go with them anyway. Although maybe I would, because I would love to have some of their money. But my experience with Full Sail University and business entertainment has taught me that that is not always the best way of going. I tend to think independently. I'm very old school in that sense. I like the old gigs of Sex Pistols, the Beatles, you know, before they were hugely famous. People just out on the road making music and doing the best they can, you know, before they become real famous. I mean, it's still interesting when they become famous. Most of them, some of them become incredibly dull, but others, you know, like Joe Walsh, he's one of my all-time faves, and he's cool. So, in essence, it's Biloxi, Mississippi. I'm basically living in a very nice apartment. I got my guitars, I got my recording equipment, and doing what I, you know, can to get out there on the road and stuff like that and make money. It's not always easy. Sometimes it pisses me off. Sometimes it doesn't. You know, either way, I just don't. I just do it. You know. I think the big change in me since being a kid has been not taking it all so seriously. It's just not that big a deal, really, you know. If I go to my grave not becoming as known as I want to become, so you know, at least I got to make music, you know. I didn't cop out, you know. I did my gig on Wall Street, and I always thought, okay, now I'm going to make the money, I'm going to take all this money, and I'm going to put it into my music. And guess what? I just got so fucking used to having the money that I forgot about the music. And I got married, and that sidetracked me, you know. That was yet another disaster. And not that it's on them, man. I made my own choices. It's on me, not them. It just is what it is. Hopefully, some of you emerging talent out there might actually catch on to this and find something of value in it. Maybe you won't. Maybe you just think it's an old guy rambling on about music. I don't know. I can't read your mind. I won't even attempt to do it. They're going to be kept to about 10 minutes a segment. I'll tweak around with the videos, and I'll put something entertaining in there. And it might even put some sources and stuff like that, what I'm doing, where I'm at, and things like that. Right now, I'm a Circus of One, and looking to become a circus of 5 or 6. In other words, 5 or 6 solid people out there serious about the industry and willing to take on the challenge. And stick to it. Not as easy as it sounds. Excuse me. Most people out there want to do something other than a 9 to 5. They take it on, and all of a sudden they discover that it's a different world, you know. That constant paycheck, the house, and everything else, all that kind of goes by the wayside. And all of a sudden, you are stuck with what you want, or you give it up and you move on. You go back to 9 to 5 and you whine and bitch about your life. Some people are happy there, some people aren't. I never was, never will be. Well, I'm running up on about 6 seconds here. So that's the first installment. I hope you follow me around. It should be a interesting little journey. I honestly hope you get some fun out of it. Other than that, you have a great day, okay, guys? I'll be speaking to you